call the meeting to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We have two agenda items tonight, both public hearings. Any questions or comments about the agenda? Okay. All right. Public hearing number 1, proposed tax rates for calendar year 2019. Linda, are you going to make any comments about this? Or we have everything in front of us, I think, but.
I can, just briefly, that there is no proposed change in the tax rates. The real estate tax rate would remain at 80.4 cents per hundred. Personal property, $3.75 per hundred. Business tangible personal property at $2.20 per hundred, and all the other rates remain the same as well.
Okay. All right, any questions of Linda before we open the public hearing? All right. We'll open the public hearing. Anyone signed up to speak on the tax rates?
No, sir, not for this hearing.
Okay. We'll close the public hearing. Any discussion or other comments? As you see, we will take action on this, our next meeting, which is next Tuesday. So if anybody have any questions or want to make any comments at this point, otherwise we'll move on and we'll deal with this next Tuesday. Okay. Same thing, Linda, on the operating and capital budgets for fiscal year 20. Anything you want to comment on that?
Just as an overview, the budget that is being presented for the public hearing is a total consolidated budget of $106,619,311, with a general fund budget totaling $64,134,442. Of that total, $36,319,817 is transferred to other funds, leaving a net general fund budget of $27,814,625.
Okay.
Rather cheap compared to Alamo.
Yeah.
Should have done it 460.
Well, and I guess it's fair to point out that the budget is balanced. It does include a little bit of new revenue from various sources that we were able to apply to some initiatives, some in the school system, some in other parts of the county. So that's always good news. And we're still funding all of our debt service, and we're funding our capital expenditures at a different level than last year, but that'll vary year to year. So this is in compliance with all our financial policies that we adopted a few years ago. So it's like rolling a big rock up the hill, and it's about ready to rest on top of the hill. So any other questions of Glenda? Any comments? Okay.
Just that, given what, last year at this time, the discussions we were having, I think we've done very well to be able to, add a couple of new things, considering we didn't think we were going to have, 2 pennies to spare and probably have to shave some stuff off.
I know, it's a good feeling to have, not a lot, but a little bit of new money to do a few new things that.
Keep building adding those businesses and building those buildings.
Absolutely, that's where it comes from, so.
Across.
Yeah, it's there, yeah. Okay, open the public hearing. Anyone signed up to speak?
Yes, sir,
On the
Mr.
budget.
Chairman, we currently have 3 speakers.
Okay,
First is Ann Klockner, and she is a representative of Legal Aid Works.
okay.
Good evening. I am Ann Klockner. I'm the Executive Director at Legal Aid Works, and we have been serving Orange County citizens since 1980. I am also a resident of District 5, and Supervisor Frame is my representative. The first thing I'd like to do is sincerely thank you for the support that you've given our organization over the years. We are respectfully asking for level funding. We know what it's like to live within your means, and we appreciate the effort that the board makes every year to balance a tight budget and support the area resources that help our citizens. We have a 2-attorney office in Culpeper that covers the 5 counties of Planning District 9. We represent low-income people who need an attorney in civil legal matters. We represent victims of domestic violence who need civil protective orders. We represent people who are being illegally denied their unemployment benefits. We help people resolve landlord-tenant and foreclosure matters. We're the only agency providing this service, and in Orange County there are 3,380 eligible low-income persons who would qualify for our services. We help your local government in 3 specific ways. The first way is we take the strain off your social services safety net by lifting people out of poverty with enforceable court orders of child support, spousal support, unemployment benefits, things of that nature. We also help the county court system run efficiently by helping those who can't afford an attorney. When someone comes in representing themselves, they slow down the court system considerably. And we also assist law enforcement by providing representation for domestic violence survivors. When they have a civil protective order in place due to our representation, they are more likely to keep safe. In the last fiscal year, 78 of your residents were assisted by our staff, including several critical domestic violence cases. We obtained over $72,000 in annualized child and spousal support for your residents. When you total the amount of real, measurable financial help we give to the residents of Orange County compared to the amount you give us, that is a really good return on your wise investment. I come here every year because my mama raised me to be nice and say thank you when somebody does something for me, but also I think it's like an annual report to let you know it isn't just a line item on a budget. It's people in your district who are getting help. It's a widow in poverty who got a will. It's a domestic violence victim who's now safe. It's somebody who avoided an illegal eviction. And those are all people that you serve and that we're happy and proud to serve as well. So thank you. I appreciate it when you support us, and I always am eager to help you in any time that you have a constituent of yours who might need our services. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next speaker is David Kraus, 127 Indian Hills Road, representing the Library Board of Trustees.
Okay.
Good evening. I am Dave Kraus, and I am the chairman of the Orange County Library Board of Trustees. And I'm here to address an item that was included in an earlier draft of the county administrator's proposed FY20 budget, but has since been dropped. And I'm here to urge you to restore it. The position is titled Circulation Supervisor and was designed for the main library here in Orange. The primary effect of the proposed position, which has been endorsed by the library board, is to allow the library director to have more time to devote to a number of activities, some of which I shared with each of you in a February letter. Tonight I want to focus on just one of those activities whose potential was clearly demonstrated recently by a library presentation that I and Lee Frame attended. But first I want to note that each of our 3 libraries has a full-time head librarian. Katie Hill has that role at the main library, our busiest location. But she also has responsibility for managing the entire system. That double duty alone should be cause for thought. The activity that I will focus on now is what I referred to in my letter as outreach, interaction with other county departments and non-government organizations
to increase library use and develop new programs. If you were to approve the circulation supervisor position, Katie or her designees for whom she could backfill could do the kind of outreach that Lee and I witnessed at a recent meeting of the Lake of the Woods AARP chapter. There, Michelle Beamer, who runs the Wilderness Library, provided a broad description of the physical and digital items our system makes available and of other services the libraries offer. I will not go through Michelle's list myself. Suffice it to say that her presentation had a measurable impact on business at her library. I'll quote from an email she sent me. We have had many people come by who have specifically mentioned the presentation. We got at least 8 to 10 new card holders who specifically mentioned the presentation. We also had at least 10 to 15 people who already had library cards but who hadn't used the library in several years come in to renew their cards. And most of the people who came in to renew their card or obtain a card checked out items. And this does not even begin to scratch the surface of the outreach Katie Hill and her staff could do. As a former teacher, I am particularly interested in the potential that exists for cooperative programs with our school system. I respectfully request that the Board of Supervisors restore to the FY 2020 budget the circulation supervisor position. Thank you very much.
And the last speaker is Connie Norberg, resident of Orange and representing OC Lacrosse.
Hello, good evening. I'm Connie Norberg. I'm a member of a nonprofit organization, OC Lacrosse, and we are just thrilled and delighted that we're being considered in the upcoming budget. I'm here tonight with another member of the board, Sully Carter, and just to answer any questions, give you any updates on what's going on this season. We're in the middle of our third season. So we're here just in case you had any questions, and appreciate that we're being considered. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anybody?
Thank you.
All right. Any other speakers?
No, sir, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. We'll close the public hearing. Anybody have any questions or comments? Again, we're going to take action on the budget next Tuesday at our regular meeting. Okay. I need one more motion.
So moved.
We're adjourned.